You see the clip with OBJ that's going crazy right now?
Yeah, I seen that.
Have you heard it? Let me play it.
Now I laughed at it and just said millionaires still complaining about. How you complaining about $100 million contract?
This is crazy. So if y'all ain't heard the clip, I'm finna play it for y'all right now. So Odell Beckham Jr. talks about the struggles of $100 million contract and how the money doesn't last forever. So let me play this clip.
When you've sacrificed your whole life. If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today, as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use,
Save,
invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. If I didn't have $1 in my
No matter how he broke it down, it didn't sound no better. I don't care what he talking about. No matter which way he tried to break it down, it's like, damn, nigga. Like sometimes you can just say, you know what I mean, you wasn't smart with your money. If you notice immediately what word Ryan Clark used, save, when he was start naming the things you can do,
Right.
He insinuated that, like, nigga, I don't want to hear that. Like Ryan Clark probably didn't get
a fraction of what you get.
Exactly, nigga. He's making it work. So when people can say, because this they always say, oh, you don't live the lifestyle he lived. He chose to live that lifestyle. He chose to go to the club every night, pop bottles, trick on hoes, and do everything else in the book. So, and I don't want to hear that. Yes, take care of your family, take care of your mama, take care of the certain people you're supposed to look after. Even 2 million of that they would have been grateful for some of that. You know what I'm saying? So the excuses these niggas make after they go broke, just say you lived it up, nigga. You enjoyed it. It happened. I made $100 million in my life. And a lot of niggas ain't gonna never make that ever.
Bro, you could live off the interest of that money. And let the interest bubble up off the bank. Let's not talk about investments. The bottom line is there's no financial literacy at all. Like I said, with the previous topic, most people coming from low-income environments, never dealt with money, never learned about money, never learned how money truly operates, never learned the flow of money, never learned anything about money, how to make money double. The only thing we know, for the most part, coming from these environments is how to spend it once we get it. That's it, that's all. And hopefully my talent will make more. That's what most professional athletes do. On top of, they think this gonna come forever. They think it's gonna last forever. On top of, like you said, bro, you want to be out here hanging with the Kardashians. Nigga, the Kardashians got money coming from all type of different ways, bro. They got a different type of money. So you hanging out with them and you making similar money and you thinking, okay, I could live like they live.
But you're not getting no gain from them. You're not trying to get no avenues that they getting in. They out here with products and all type of stuff. Every move they make, they getting paid for.
And they money don't depend on their physical attributes. Bro, both your hamstrings is cooked twice over. So how long do you think that money gonna last? And I know it sucks to say, well, once you get that money, you shouldn't live above your means, because I'm one to say, fuck that. Live your means. You can't tell me what my means is. If I'm making $5 million, don't be expecting me to live a $100,000 a year lifestyle. Like, no, bro, I'm making this money. I'm gonna enjoy this money. You only live once. You can't take it with you. But at the same time, if you're gonna be living that lifestyle, make sure your finances is in order so you can keep funding that lifestyle even after football is over. A lot of these niggas don't think about after football, after basketball, after soccer, and then the money gone.
It's just, I think they'd be surprised. Because you see similar stories about like people they could have learned from. You could have got some wisdom from people before you that had their money and blew it. We watched plenty of rappers, plenty of athletes, plenty of people in them limelights that do that. And I just think once he probably thought it was gonna last forever. Now I'm not saying he ain't got it, but he don't got it like he wanted. So now he's more like, damn, that shit really can be here today and gone tomorrow. But I'm just saying.
Your mic chopping. Your mic is chopping in and out. Oh, there it is.
I say you made some mistakes, you own up to that, and you got to live with it. That's all it is, and try to come back. You're in a position, you have connections to be able to do things. Learn from it now, and before it is too late.
Like, bro, you got to think. He's buying the Lambos. I'm pretty sure, you want the Bugattis. He wants the top of the line lifestyle. Not only is he an NFL player, he's one of the NFL players that's really an influencer on top of being an NFL player. We damn near know Odell Beckham for off the field more than on the field. Most people that know Odell, they just know, okay, maybe he was a football player, but most people who don't watch sports maybe know him from hanging out with the Kardashians, maybe know him from hanging out in the clubs, popping bottles with Trey Songz and got the little white boy popping up from around his zipper. What was Justin Bieber doing down there around Odell's zipper? Like, it's a lot of stuff going on when you want to live this Hollywood lifestyle, and the money look good, and money don't spend like it used to. Money don't last like it used to. $1 million is not life-changing money for real like it used to. Like it used to be. Listen, if you got a job right now and you get $1 million, you damn near still can't retire. You got to turn that one into at least 5. Because once you spend $1, you're no longer a millionaire. And that money gonna dwindle super fast. Like, let's just say you want to buy a house. Bro, the average house where we at out here in California is $1 million. So that whole meal, if you want to buy your house just cash, is gone. You bought a house. That's it. Your ass got to go back to work, nigga. You got property tax. You got car insurance. You got life insurance. You got kids. You got bills. So money don't last the way you think, especially when you making the money they make. It's almost by default.
As quick as it comes, it's going.
You got to move to a safer neighborhood. You can't just live where you used to. I got to upgrade. I'm going to be a victim out here. Somebody going to try to try you.
$100 million is no excuse.
No,
it is nothing you can say. Of course you're going to do all that. But then I see players on my team. Well, I ain't going to say my team. Players on the Philadelphia Eagles. But I watched them get contracts, and they're still living in $300,000 houses. They're still living in $500,000 houses, which they're moving their families in, or however they're keeping it accustomed. They're thinking about the future. Like, if you think, I see Jalen Hurts, I think he was one of them. Devontae Smith was another one. Like, they're not blowing their bags just on houses, because even though, the 52-bedroom house look good, but if you're not using that to make money off of it, what's the point of having all them rooms? You ain't throwing parties. You're not renting this house out while you gone. You're not doing nothing else to make it an asset. It's a liability that's sitting there when you're on the road half the time anyway.
Right. Anything you're living in is a liability anyway. So if you buy a house to live in, it's not making you money. I don't care about if you want to say, oh, the house is gaining equity, this, that, and the third. The equity doesn't matter until you sell the home for a profit. Because even if you take a loan out on that equity, you still owe the money you took the loan out on. And there's no guarantee whatever you took that loan out for, whatever business or whatever else you finna buy with that money, it ain't no guarantee that's finna regenerate the money you just took out. A lot of people end up upside down in the red and they credit off and their house gone, foreclosed on. So that's not no super guarantee because you got equity. Like people love to say, I'm building equity. Bro, you have to sell the house for a profit. Then once you sell the house, guess what? You gotta buy another one. So I think 50 Cent said he learned his lesson when he bought Mike Tyson mansion. Like, bro, I can only sleep in one room at a time. I can only shit on one toilet at a time. It's whole wings of the house I don't even go in. So unless you got a family compound,
crib so big he can disappear.
Yeah, you don't need no super mansion like that.
But he also said when he bought the mansion, he intended to have more people. He had visions of bringing everybody with him. Then once he realized he couldn't do all that of bringing everybody with you, it's no point in me to have this house no more. But y'all don't even know my intention was probably to let us all live in this motherfucker. Like you said, I might got half the house that's just me and y'all that way. Like, so you never know.
Because that's what I be thinking. If the players, let's say you just got in the league and y'all, you get a few million a year. Instead of everybody going to go get their own mansion, if you single and you just made the league, why don't y'all team up, roommate it out in the mansion? Bro, this your wing, this my wing. Boom, cut our expenses that way. Niggas don't be thinking that way.
But even that, but most of them dudes that get them rookie contracts, they manage their money. The moment you get that max contract, that's when you go ballistic. You was able to do it when you had the rookie money because you wasn't guaranteed then when you had the rookie money because you had to earn that to even stay on the team as the rookie. So I just think once they get that X amount of money, it's over with. Like,
yeah, it's just it's a rock and a hard place because, like he said, you ain't made that type of money, so you don't know what you would do with it. It's easy to say don't spend it, but ain't no point in having money to not spend it. Money is meant to be flowed. Money is meant to be earned and spent, and then earned and spent. That's what keep the money coming. When you try to hoard the money, that shit don't go nowhere. You look at Elon Musk and these guys and the Jeff Bezos, bro, they got all type of investments. They got money coming in from everywhere. They got more money coming in than they can spend. So
right, but that's the flow of money. They get to the point where they make money while they sleep. So they don't never have to worry about it when it's going out, it's coming in. And I'm not even here to bash Odell or none of that. I'm just saying in a sense, in my opinion, he should have just owned up. I understand he's explaining it, but it's no excuse you can make without just saying I made mistakes and you got to learn from it. That's all it was, and learning experience, because you blew it. It's gone now.
100 million is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But you gotta look at Larry Fitzgerald.
What Larry doing?
You know, Larry, he was driving his regular ass car. He was living in a regular ass house and stacking all his millions.
But and he's a regular nigga. He's not a regular nigga, but he's a regular nigga.
Yeah, he's not an Odell. He ain't with the Kardashians.
He ain't looking for attention.
Yeah.
Larry was good on the field, and when he got off the field, he lived his regular life. Like he separated. Niggas want to be, like you said, hanging out with all the celebrities. They want to be celebrities after that.
Odell is low-key a celebrity, but I don't understand why.
You might as well start streaming it. You better go jump in
and that's
bag.
what I was about to say. I don't understand why Odell don't jump on there with the Aiden Rosses and the Kai Sinets and get that streaming bag. I don't understand why these dudes don't get multi-unit properties. You got all these millions coming in. You buying all these mansions and Lambos and all this. Why not get a building, get tenants in there? That way, you still got bread coming in that way.
It's a lot of people that's doing that, but them the ones that never get highlighted. The only ones that get highlighted is the ones that get it and lose it all.
Like, you can even buy property out the country too and
Right.
still get loot out there, pay a little local to watch your properties, Airbnb, rent, whatever you want to do. Everywhere you go and there's a building, there's a house, there's whatever. There's a business. Someone owns the building. You always got to think that. No matter where you are in the world, look at that building. Somebody owned that building, and somebody's getting revenue from owning that building. And a lot of these buildings got a for sale sign sitting in the front.
But this is why some of these things we need to be taught in school. And especially maybe I would say even start in middle school. Maybe middle school or high school, we should be learning about that. You should be learning about how to save money. But majority of the world does not know how to save money. Like you said, we're not learning financial literacy. And we're not just talking, oh, get a business and that. You don't know what it takes. And then most people that start businesses, their businesses don't even pop. A lot of them niggas have to fail like a million times before they even business even started cracking. But they say once it flows in, once you stay constant on that path, it come through like a tidal wave.
Well, they just cooked Joel Santana for saying that, but he said,
What?
man, we don't even need to know how to read. We need to learn financial
Nah,
literacy.
remember,
in
what
school.
I'm saying is, but they don't break it down. Yeah, we do need to learn it. But of course we need to learn how to read. That's easy. That's easy call. Joel's just, I don't think he knew how to even articulate himself. Then, like I said, he couldn't even say the word right. So now niggas look at him like, but he's another person that feel like he wish he would have knew more. That's why he's saying that, because these are all from their experiences. He wish he would have knew more and would have got more money out of his span of his life. Because Joel's was one of the hottest niggas at the time.
See, they really need to teach the maritime law, because that's the language that you need to speak and know and understand to understand money. Even the terms and the phrases when you talk about bank, and then you talk about the flow of money, how money flows through the shore. And man, it's
Right.
all type of, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go too in depth in that right now. We got some guests coming, and I'm pretty sure, I don't want to even doubt their intelligence levels, but I'm almost positive they haven't researched that. So we'll double back on that topic. But there's a whole language that you got to speak for money, because like I said, money is energy. Believe it or not, money is energy. Money flows. That's why you see the rich, they only hang around the rich for real. Why? Because they all radiate that frequency, that get money frequency. They don't hang around broke people. That shit is contagious. When they say being broke is contagious, you got the broke disease. That is real, because broke is a mindset, and your broke ass mindset is gonna radiate them broke ass frequencies onto me, and that shit gonna rub off. I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna start losing money. You ever just start hanging around people that got money, all of a sudden you start getting money?
I think when they mean energy, of course it's the abundance mindset, but it's also this is why a lot of times when we see people, when you got the projects, they like to keep people there or certain things, because anybody, once you get money, you're going to be happier. You're going to radiate the positive energies, the abundance automatically, because you're not even worried about the next bill or the next cycle or the next thing that's coming up. So I think a lot of those things is the difference. And more so, you're going to be more happy. And then when you're not, you're going to be more in a negative state. You're going to be more in a survival state. You're going to be more of a, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but that's mainly what usually happens.